Recording is
Yes.
on.
Okay. Thank you, Constance. Thank you, Sarah, for all friends. Dr. Aki, Hito. I know also some friend from Aihin, Pak Jeff Parker, and others. Thank you very much for joining this session. My name is Anis. I am from Universitas Gadjah Mada, and together with my friend Pak Lukman from the Department of Computer Science, we will try to present our work supported by Aihin and also GIZ. It is actually a continuation project that previously, I think about 5 years ago, we met with Saurabh at the time, and then we learned that Open Image is quite promising for us to learn about universal health coverage. But I know that from the academic perspective, I think we would like to learn more on how to use Open Image for our activities academic to support our students. So let me try uh, to start the presentation. Okay.
Yes, you can
Just would
see.
like to make sure my slide is visible
Yes,
now.
in the correct modus. Thanks.
Okay. Yes. So this is the title of our project, a comparative analysis of the Indonesian health insurance system with open IMIS, a technical and policy perspective. So this project was developed by our team in Universitas Gadjah Mada, one of the oldest university in Indonesia. Me, Anis, and also several colleagues, we are together from the Faculty of Medicine, Public Health and Nursing, and also Faculty of Mathematics and Natural Sciences, especially the Department of Computer Science. This project is actually supported by IHIN that received grant from GIZ, and also part of this project also supported by our university, Gadjah Mada. So as the background of our study, I think we are all know that as Indonesia struggling to achieve universal health coverage, we actually have, I think, impressive progress in terms that when we start our national health insurance in 2014. So we have in 1 decade about almost 100% of our population are covered by health insurance. Even though we have a large populations for the most populous countries in the world, with the challenges of the geographic more than 17,000 of island, at least we have achieved this kind of progress, and it also a good uh, resources for learning. And many countries actually had visited Indonesia. Many international partners also visited BPJS Kesehatan to learn about the the best practices and the lesson learned of implementing universal health coverage. And we know that among these 38 provinces, even though some provinces are not achieve universal health coverage in terms of the uh, coverage, some of them are still less than 98%, for example. But at least most of the provinces, in terms of the number of population, already covered by health insurance. With this a decade of rapid expansion, among the concern is how to use Indonesia as part of the learning destination. And when we discuss with our students, most of our students, when we ask to them if they visited hospital, if they visited BPJS Kesehatan or National Health Insurance Agency, when they return back to the school or return back to the the working places, they do not have something to continue on learning because all systems are already in place in operational. They do not have something like a CKN Mini or BPJS Kesehatan Mini, in which as a laboratory or in which as a tool they can exercise with. But we have opportunity to learn about this. because GIZ has started Open IMIS as one of the digital public goods, and it is also open source. And when it developed as part of the tool to support universal health coverage, this open source probably could be part of the mini lab environment to simulate the JKN or Jaminan Kesehatan Nasional, the Indonesian Health Insurance System, in which people could also learn not only when they visited hospital, when they visited primary healthcare or puskesmas, but then how to adopt the learning into our system. So this is actually among our idea on how to use OpenIMIS as part of the next OpenIMIS version for the JKN. So, based on this idea, we would like to conduct a detailed analysis of a BPJS Kesehatan or National Health Insurance business process, and then compare with OpenIMIS. So, and then we will have the next project on how to adopt OpenIMIS as part of the mini JKN or mini Indonesian Health Insurance System. So the objective is this project is to compare the Indonesian health insurance system with the open image to identify some similarities, differences, and also opportunities for system improvement to be part of the learning and knowledge translation. And from this perspective, we adopt several activities. First, to install and configure OpenIMIS in our local environment for testing, and then our team also try to learn the OpenIMIS business process, and we also compare the OpenIMIS business process with the National Health Insurance business process, in which we would like also to learn what are the functionalities, what are the role of every component in Indonesian health insurance system. Among the objective of our project is also to explore the functionalities of machine learning module in OpenIMIS, but it is not. It will not be presented right now. It will be presented, I think, next year after we explore several modules, especially for the machine learning part. So we use the action research methodology, starting from identifying the situation or diagnosing the situation, and action planning together. We conducted together with our colleague from Department of Computer Sciences. We also conducted several consultation with Open Image community, and also consultation with the BPJS IT team, and also visited healthcare facilities. And then based on the visit and also several consultation, and then we propose how to modify and adopt the open image system. Our research also comply to the standard of research, and especially for the ethical aspect, we have received the ethical clearance from our university. And then we conducted field visit in three primary health center and one hospital in Yogyakarta. And then we have some activities related to the open image from installation and then learning all the business process and then compare with the JKN. And we also conducted a desk review, including those regulation from the government and also guideline on implementing national health insurance system, and also some rule that should be complied by health facilities when they serve a member of BPJS Kesehatan when they are coming to the health facilities. We conducted site visit to three primary healthcare and one hospital. In this three primary healthcare, actually two are the primary healthcare clinic owned by Universitas Gadjah Mada, and one is the public primary healthcare owned by the district. And then we visited hospital in which it is also hospital owned by Universitas Gadjah Mada. Every visit we learn all the uh, uh, business process and workflow in each health facilities, including from the registration part until the services to the member of BPJS Kesehatan. And we also try to develop some simplified workflows to make us understand about the existing system. So we visited first. This is the primary care clinic owned by Universitas Gadjah Mada. This clinic was aimed to manage around 26 to 27 BPJS members. They have also several other functions, including general polyclinic, dental, midwife, pharmacy, etc. And in terms of information system, they use PICARE. PICARE is a web-based system owned by BPJS Kesehatan for all primary healthcare, and they also use their own system provided by a vendor. So we call this System Informasi Clinic or SIM Clinic that has been uh, interoperable with PICARE of BPJS Kesehatan. In Puskesmas, in this clinic, they also need to use a system from BPJS called Hafiz. Hafiz is a health facility information system. It is the credentialing system to make sure that the health facilities are comply with the standard of BPJS Kesehatan. However, some challenges we found, for example, this system uh, provided by vendor, although they comply to standard, for example, on diagnosis using ICD-10, several data related to the medication, they are still using free text data. It is not yet comply with the national terminology of national medicine and formulary. This is some picture of their own application and also the system that use PICARE BPJS Kesehatan. And we also visited the another primary healthcare clinic owned by Universitas Gadjah Mada as well. They have also their own system provided by another vendor, and they have also a bridging in certain level with uh, PICARE. PICARE is the BPJS Kesehatan system. We visited also a public health center owned by district. It is not owned by the universities. This is, I think, the typical of 10,000 puskesmas in Indonesia. They also implement the PICARE system owned by BPJS Kesehatan, but they have their own system provided by vendor. And also in puskesmas, they implement several application provided by Ministry of Health, either Sisruta, ASPAC, SDMK, or ASIC, or many other systems that still are not yet interoperable with the BPJS Kesehatan information system, which is PICARE and also Hafiz. We visited the hospital. This is the Type B hospital in Yogyakarta with 260 beds for inpatient care. And in this hospital, they have their own information system or EMR developed by the IT team of the hospital. But they also implement several BPJS Kesehatan system, including, for example, Diva, Apotek Online, and also the Inasi Bijis. Inasi Bijis is Indonesian DRG. They also use several systems owned by Ministry of Health, for example, Sisrute, SIM, SDMK, and other systems. So from this information, we see that the challenges of the uh, health insurance system is actually not only about the system are still in certain level not interoperable each other, but they have some level of interoperability. I will tell you later. So based on this visit, we have such kind of this is the big picture of the ecosystem of national health insurance. I think the most important part for interoperability is that we have the national ID, or we call this the IKTP. Sorry, the IKTP. It is implemented in Indonesia after the law in 2003. It is actually the main identifier that connect the citizens to the services provided by BPJS Kesehatan and also other system, for example, provided by Ministry of Health in Satu Sehat and other system. But still, we have some other issues. For example, uh, um, the health facilities ID. It is not yet combined between Ministry of Health and also the BPJS Kesehatan, and also some other terminologies like medication. It is not yet also comply between all system. But it is also an interesting part that when we learn about the national health insurance system, we need to deal with several applications already in place in hospital, in primary healthcare, and also owned by BPJS Kesehatan. This is actually among the challenges if we would like to bring this topic to our students. And from the perspective of the national ID, I think BPJS Kesehatan is one of the biggest agency in Indonesia that are using the national ID. It says that every day about 700,000 access to national ID from the BPJS Kesehatan. And the next part of our research is actually to develop a specific workflow in the health insurance system, including, for example, the process of credentialing. What is credentialing? Credentialing is the process where BPJS Kesehatan will approve health facilities to be part of their partners. So they should start with registration, self-assessment of the availability of certain services, human resources, and medical devices in health facilities. Until then, they will be approved as partners and then could provide services to BPJS Kesehatan member. And then we also identify the workflow of patient services in Puskesmas, either the primary healthcare owned by, for example, university, and also the generic public health centers owned by the public like Puskesmas. We also develop detail of the workflow of patient services in hospital and also the claim process in the hospital. So based on this analysis, we then compare with the open image functionalities, in which the main different thing is that in open image, all the system, all the functionalities are available in one system. But in national health insurance, we need to deal with several application. We need to deal with data exchange between one system to another. So some interoperability issues need also be explore and discuss in detail. And in the next part of our uh, exploration is the open image services and flow. And then for the next part, I will invite my colleague Pak Lukman to explain about open image, and then until the end, what will be the next step after this project. So I will invite Pak Lukman to tell a little bit about this.
Okay, thank you, Pak Anis. Can you hear my voice, everyone?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. So as we know that OpenImage has kind of this service flow. First, there is a three part about this, yeah, about the.
We can still hear
Okay,
you. Yes, fine.
okay. So there is a three part. But first, about the patient visit hospital for health services, there is a verification of OpenImage, and also there is issue of health insurance, and patient receive health care based on the need and benefit package, and health insurance member does pay out of the pocket. However, in this case, in this our case in BPJS Kesehatan, there is also we call it capitation. Yeah, this is not Not
Yes.
all not all use this kind of the how to say step. And then the second is about after the patient register with the health service, there is also have to submit them to the SIP, and then in this case, optimize to the work, uh, and also maybe for this case we have still do the analysis about the internal of the BPJS Kesehatan itself, how to do the uh, this claim processing. And also after that, for the third part is about the claim adjudication. Still, of course, the BPJS still use the manual review of claim using the human, and also the open image also still use this kind of the manual review. But I think for this case, maybe we can also develop kind of the automation approach to make the manual review is more automate. Yeah. So for the next, yeah, this is kind. I think this is also we got from the open image. There is some. It's quite same with the BPJS Kesehatan. However, the as Pak Anies said before that BPJS Kesehatan is content of several application which is not interoperable each other, and then but however in the open image there is just in this one place the database is sent in one place. That also our challenge also how we make sure that several database can be interoperable each other. So as we know in OpenImage there is also as in BPJS there is also head facility, Hafiz as Pak Adi said, and also claim using the PCare, and also Insure maybe using the BPJS online, and also another thing I think it's quite same, but the problem is the issue is about how we can interoperate make sure that all the system interoperable each other. Okay, next. And this is one of our colleague also as Pak Arifan also share about the open image demo for the AI for health. I think there is a potential there is a open image potential that we can use the open image as the learning. For example, we can use the open image how use the open image to to learning to make learning content for the student, how that this open image can be used for fraud detection, for example, like that. Okay, next. And well, actually, for the comparison for the chicken workflow and also open image adaptation, maybe there is some several we divide into several the actor. Yeah. For example, for this first we use the participant as beneficiary as the first actor, and relevant CKN aspect is about the registration and membership. For this case, the membership category are assigned according to BPJS regulation is about the contribution assistant recipient who have the subsidies from government, and also wage receiving worker and non-wage worker and non-worker. So in the open image, the registration module support individual and family enrollment and ensure interoperability with external system through higher standard. The module manage the following core component. So we can use like this identifier. This identifier can be used as using the national ID, and also health insurance number, and also we can also access the about the demographic, and also we can use the membership and enrollment information from the open image, and also identify document, and also coverage and status, and also the location. So I think it can be used in our ecosystem in BPJS Kesehatan in CKN. We still figure out is it possible that we can use fire standard in our ecosystem, because as we know that Ministry of Health already used the FHIR as the exchange the data, but I'm not sure whether BPJS will follow this kind of the approach using the FHIR. Okay, next. And also the still using for the beneficiary in the participant, we also can use the member info and also provider info, visit record, eligibility check, referral, authorization, and interoperability. Still we can use as the potential in our adaptation. Yeah, actually we can use. Okay, yeah. Next. And also, before after the beneficiary, we also have the another actor, which is the BPJS or administrator or payer. This is relevant to check an aspect, which is contribution and fund management. And this is the ideal is about how we manage capitation funding to this contribution and also ensure that the contribution are paid. So maybe we can use a contribution module in OpenIMIS to support the management and financial contribution, premium, and also the payment, capable of generating payment and to service provider. Next one. And also we can use also BPJS quality and cost control. The open image has also the payment module, and but it is must be modified, yeah, to incorporate to the BFP score formula based on the recorded service data before determining the capitation payment amount. I think about the capitation is another unique how to say our BPJS payment that our unique BPJS payment that not provided yet by open image. So I think we have make sure that this capitation should be must be included to the open image adaptation in Indonesia. Next, and also there is also claim and selection and verification and from the BPJS or administrator or payer. There is also claim management that hopefully we can also companies can perform automatic check based on the predefined criteria before forwarding to claim for medical review. I think Autonomous has already had already has this module, but we should make sure that this is comply also to the uh, data structure data of BPJS Kesehatan. Next. And so for the another actor is health facilities. There is also we can use the service and record keeping. So I think it's good if we use the Hafiz, for example, we use the in OpenIMage there is service logging. So this is we can support the integrated logging of medical service, test medication, eliminating the need for double entry. So it means if we can make the interoperable system between the OpenIMage with our BPJS ecosystem, I think it's quite good when we can use this kind of the module. And also we can use also in CBGs or DRG adaptation. The this is kind of how to say the module can be used for the this is the claim feature that must be used for decide what should be paid for by the BPJS to the hospital. Yeah. So I think we need also to modify that this is all the autonomous can accept diagnosis and procedure coding input and valid to the INACBG scheme. So next. So I think for the next is about the key system comparison and statistic pathway forward. So there is some similarity between the JKN Indonesia and also Open Image. So, but the problem is, okay, there is in the JKN, for example, there is multiple disparate system across across hospital BPJS and also another organization and complex operation environment. And Open Image has the single open source system Uh, and we can, for the future, we can adapt OpenImage architecture to Indonesian context, decompose module, and localize workflow, and integrate with JKN process. And for the standard and interoperability, yeah, some bridging using national identity technology standard, but not all module compliant with SL7 Fire. OpenImage uh, with SL7 Fire and compliant with in mind using the Fire, and also can be and as so in the documentation that OpenImage also support Fire for selected business process. We can use define pilot apps or module already at our Fires ready and implement sandbox to test interoperability and scale up. And for the application scope, of course, we can use JKN is already day-to-day operation delivery. But for the OpenImage, maybe we can use for usable demo and training, or and also teaching a student. And then also we have another open opportunity, for example, not only for JKN but for the another uh, different scale or level, for example, like university insurance, for example, like that. So for this case, we can use also tutorial module, case study, and sandbox use case for student and professional, and leveraging the use of OpenImage in Indonesia. Uh, Next, and for the data analysis, yeah, JKN has data sample availability, but the data is not quite integrated. There is some issue with fragmentation, and also OpenImage has no demo data. And for this case, maybe we can use AI modules and analytic component built on Sandbox to enable student research, collaborate the student to research about this kind of the data, how we can make it this data integrated, and maybe is it possible that the data from OpenImage and CKN can be blend, and also to be used for the uh, uh, machine learning to develop machine learning module based on that data. And also the research uh, for research and innovation, there is obviously JKN is already major system continuing to evolve, and Autonomous has digital public, but flexible to platform for research, innovation, and localization. I think we can use for this to plan the about the ecosystem to do the research program, inform the informatic and computer science, and to build the long term how to say collaboration. Yeah. Next. Yeah, I think we okay. There is some several role, but I think there is, yeah, we have the intersection between Autonomous and SJKN. So for this case, we can integrate this kind of the role, and maybe some several role in OpenImage can be used in JKN. I think it's quite possible, and has opportunity for that. Next, and so I think this is kind of this OpenImage architecture itself. So we believe that since we have the several separate system and the complex system, and since and also the OpenImage have only one integrated system, maybe we can use that. We can propose that OpenImage can be integrated with our ecosystem by using this kind of the interoperability approach. We maybe we cannot uh, uh, how to say redevelop our second system, or sorry, OpenImage to match to our Indonesian context, because there is also several uh, system, but maybe we can put the kind of this uh, OpenImage to communicate, yeah, with our several system, maybe using this kind of the Fire, for example, like that. So next. Yeah, for this approach, now we already finished our translation process. We already deploy in our server, and also we do the translation process. We finish to do the to Indonesian, and also we also already create the dollar into rupiah. But still we have the issue how we can make sure that the module not come up all the module because the admin module is not appear yet. But I think that's already our progress in installation. And after this, maybe we can start to make sure that some several uh, flow in BPJS can be put in this open image. We still decided whether we use just makes interoperable this open image to our ecosystem, BPJS ecosystem, or we adapt, we custom the open image based on the workflow from BPJS. So next, yeah, I think that's it from us. Thank you very much. Pak Anies, please, if you want. Thank you.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you,